Alright, as you can see, I've ditched the mood cam, and having remembered my other point of business, I thought I'd make another little short film talking about another point that viewers have picked up on, which is my accent. And they're asking how a carp of German lineage can possibly be speaking with an East London accent. Good question. Very good question. Well, I'll tell you why. Because the dominant language of the time was the English language in the United States in the 1800s. Although you did hear many other mixtures of all kinds of tongue from all over Europe and other parts of the world in the United States. But my great-great-great-grandfather was lucky enough to meet a geezer, painter and decorator from East London, from Bow in East London, called Harry. And Harry taught him English. And what you'll find is, with a lot of second language learners, they pick up the accent of the individual that taught them quite often. So, you know, you'll have Nigerians talking with a Glaswegian accent, Chinese gals talking like Australians and all this kind of caper. So that's the reason. And over the years, I don't know why, maybe it's the community, because we were all swimming around in the same schools, speaking, interacting, and the Cockney accent remains. So we sound like a bunch of Londoners. Apart from, I should say, my dear cousin, 4B. 4B, I call him 4B because he likes drawing with a dark pencil, 4B. And he's a Devonian, he's a bit of a village yokel type, you know, he knows his way around the combine harvester, I'll tell you that. Anyway, he speaks, you'll probably be hearing from him because I'm hoping to collaborate with a few artistic ventures with him. And yeah, I might see if I can get him to come and talk to you. Anyway, but that's the reason. That's the reason we don't speak with a German accent. It's because my old great-great-great-grandfather's English teacher was from London. There you have it. Well, I wish you a good evening. I'm off. Swim strong.
Yeah. You better come up with something better than rhyming art with fart if you want to initiate a meaningful, humorous collaboration with me. Got it?
I'm out on the slider line and I've caught a micro catfish. I've had a couple of indications. I've seen a few bobbles where I've put the bait in. And I'm about a foot near side of where the main flow starts. I might go a little bit further out. There is this odd kind of counter flow on the inside, going from right to left, and the main flow is going from left to right. So yeah, I did just put 3 pieces of corn onto a size 8 on this rig. So yeah, be interesting to see. It's about, oh yeah, I keep casting a little bit upstream of me, which I don't need to do because obviously, there we are, I'm in the flow there. So that's about, I don't know, 1 metre, 2 metres further out than where I put the bait. So I might have to just fiddle around until I get the right balance between where the bait is, put some more bait in a bit further out, come in a little closer. But yeah, that's going through okay now. Yeah, there's a few cars showing up. Some Canada geese. I might need to take a little shot off because it's, you know, if the wind gets up I won't be able to see it. And I've already had to change from a black tip to an orange tip because I could not see the black tip at all. Yeah, that's going through okay. Might need to double check on depth. But yeah, they will reappear. There's a little bit of a breeze now, which I could do with. The sun's kind of just starting to go behind my right shoulder, but it's still pretty high. I think it's about 1:30, 2 o'clock. Yeah, even though I made a right dog's breakfast of the setting up and everything, it's been really worth it. Like I said, this is my 7th decent fish. Quick slurp of tea. This might be something a little bit bigger. It feels pretty solid. It's, slower moving than those madcap sort of 3-pound fish, 3-4 pound fish that just go bananas. I feel like curry tonight. Scooch, booch, dooch, doodle, conclite. I'm not contrite, and I feel like curry tonight. Okay, there's my float. But no sign of the fish, but there's some weight in this. The lady isn't for turning. I'd noticed a woman on the far bank carrying a holdall, gingerly roaming the terrain for at least an hour or so, in an apparent state of confusion, seemingly lost. Finally, she made her way down to the water's edge, and I could see her make a phone call. Then, in a short time, a pontoon boat spluttered into view from downstream and stopped to assist the stranded woman board the vessel. The holdall was hoisted aboard. It wasn't your typical rescue operation. I wondered if A, she's a hairdresser, and 2 mature ladies required immediate hairdos in order to attend an evening of bingo at the VFW or the American Legion. Perhaps B, the bald bloke captaining the vessel is a local poet, the eccentric type, giving it the large on the river system, and he's taking possession of his recent collection of sonnets from the intermediate bag handler carrying the manuscripts. Could be C, simply a good Samaritan rescuing a disoriented rambler. And as I looked on, I became increasingly aware that I was indiscreetly positioned out in the river on a metal platform, holding a 13-meter pole. Perhaps the pontoon skipper would consider me a pirate and a serious threat and mount a full-frontal maritime assault with extra prejudice. Or could be D. Little Terry Tom has forgotten his trombone or bassoon, and his mom, uncle, and aunt are urgently rushing the instrument to his band practice. All of this is, of course, complete speculative fantasy, with a tinge of paranoia on my part, but I wish the voyagers safe passage. I was leaning on a carp pole at the edge of the river when a certain maggot salesman came by. Oh me, oh my, his prices just made me want to cry.
Oh, come on.
Focus harder. Then I noticed an indication on my orange bobber tip.
as it wobbled and then slid out of sight. Oh me, oh my, I was ready for a big fish fight. That fish persisted, towing my elastic, kept on going, till eventually I caught sight of a beautiful golden yellow delight. So I pulled me net around it and held the fishy wishy real tight. There are lots of crazy theories spoken all across the land of how to make a big carp bite. Just place a big piece of juicy sweet corn in sight. Guy just came down and asked me what bait I was using. His mate had been watching from his car and told him I'd caught 10 or 11, which is about right. So he must have been there a while. Had a nice compliment. Said he must know what he's doing. He's catching them left and right, which yeah, it was lovely. So yeah, not to be a complete muppet. If he'd have seen me this morning, then yes, he would have probably said, all the gear, no idea. Smell that. Okay, catfish. Don't really like opening their mouths, Mr. Whiskerz. The sun's kind of behind me now, so it's not as bad. I'm just pinging out. 10 grains of corn regularly. Yeah, who says fishing isn't a spectator sport? Yeah, I mean, to imagine something like a freshwater float world championship on this venue would be incredible. You know, you'd have the world's best float anglers, and you know, fishing a venue that is full of fish. It would be amazing. Yeah, there's an idea. The big carp guys have fish on the St. Lawrence River, which I think borders Canada and the US, flows into Niagara Falls. So they've had, teams of 2, and I think, that's been held on the St. Lawrence River maybe more than once. But an actual World Championships. Imagine a World Championships on the Mississippi or something like that, or the Ohio River. It'd be incredible. Thanks, yeah. Yeah, hang on a second.
Okay, now that's a big fish.
Yeah. Whoa! Yeah, I think he was angry. Yeah, that was good. That was good. I probably had 13 or 14 decent fish. 2 of them were the buffalo minnows, I think they're called. Buffalo carp, something like that. Really slimy. Make bream look positively arid. Yeah, it's been good. Really good. I'm just tired. Just gonna pack up. I thought it was about 3/4 to 4. It's actually 4:45. So we will show the bridge. There is some kind of motocross enthusiast making a female shriek. I mean, not that he's imitating a female shriek. There must be a female on the bike, because there's a lot of revving and then some screeching and squealing, which, as we all know, is the way to impress women, along with flash behavior and throwing your money about and sexual innuendos. Driving fast is another thing they absolutely love. We all know it. Alright, so I'm going to pack up now, and I can see, it's not a motorcycle, it's one of those quad things. I can see them. I'll try and zoom in so you can have a look later. I wouldn't fancy that on like a slope, even if it's a... Yeah, I think there are a lot of occasions where they go ass over tip, so it is. Given the time of year, I've included a Christmas component at the end of this video, which basically shows you the route taken by my new pole that I've bought myself as a Christmas present from Billy Clark in Sheffield, thank you, and has now arrived in Memphis, Tennessee, birthplace of rock and roll. I like the fact that the pole has come through Memphis and has been imbued with all the memories and ghosts of the birth of rock and roll, those fantastic performers, Elvis Presley, Jerry Lee Lewis, B.B. King, Sun Records, and all the artists and performers that fused gospel, blues, country into this new exciting form of music that we still enjoy today. Who doesn't love a guitar lick? So I'm eagerly anticipating making some sweet, cutting-edge music with my pole in my hand and the wild American carp giving me all that they've got on the other end. Swim strong.